Hi, Tired. I'm Matt.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're gamers.
Oh,
you messed up
I
this
messed
time.
up this time. I was so nostalgic for the days when our audio was crap.
You were missing like the little...
Yeah, I was missing the like... And then, I sounded like I was like in a McDonald's drive-thru, just...
Oh, great. Are we going to start our episode like that?
Yeah, of course we are.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, shit. I forgot some dad jokes. Hang on. I have dad jokes.
He is currently leaving the room, and I guess now this is just my episode. So, hello and welcome to the High Tired We're Gamers, not the High Tired We're Dadcast. This is what, 3 episodes in now, or 4 episodes in? 3? I think it's 3. And for some bizarre reason, I wanted to say Dadcast, even though it hasn't been that way for a long time. Regardless of that, welcome. Thank you for joining, not us, thank you for joining me on this wonderful adventure. And I'm going to go ahead and get into our important topic for the day. And that topic is the correct way that we should be taking care of our teeth. You know, I am not the best at making sure that my teeth are clean every night or every morning. Quite honestly, I don't know how to floss very well sometimes. Oh, look, he came back.
I have dad jokes.
In the hell?
Dad jokes. I have a calendar.
That looks more like a child got into a board game and took all of the cards out of the packaging.
I got a calendar for dad jokes because my days are numbered. Does that count as my dad joke?
Yes, it does. Now put them away. No, I'm just kidding.
To the person who stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word.
For some reason, I thought you were about to say for the person that stole my cock.
Okay. Are we really starting the episode like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the unimportant one. I mean, the really important one about cleaning your teeth.
Are you saying I'm unimportant? Hang on. For that, you get another dad joke.
Every time I get punished, it's a dad joke.
I just burnt my Hawaiian pizza. Should have used Aloha temperature. Aloha temperature? What's a vampire's favorite ship?
I don't know.
A blood vessel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think we're done now.
Yeah. The audience has suffered enough. We probably could just end it here. We'll see you next time.
But anyways, welcome back to another episode of the High Tired We're Gamers. We haven't been on anything for a while. Yep. We said we were going to do one thing and then nothing. So we're here.
Don't worry, that's my MO.
Yeah, we're here to kind of explain that. So a lot has happened.
Yes,
a lot of changes. I switched jobs.
Yeah.
So that's great. I'm in a better work environment, I feel like.
Yeah, I dropped a job.
Yeah. So he's doing much better now.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm going to waste away every day of my life. So
deep.
Yes.
But yeah, so things have been looking on the better for both of us. So we are actually in the process of trying to figure out the audio issue.
Yes.
So we got the podcast stuff pretty much all figured out. So that's why you're hearing a podcast episode right now. But we haven't figured out the audio to the capture card, to the video game, to the recording. It would sometimes be on point, sometimes be off. And instead of giving you guys a crappy product, we're going to fine-tune that and then try to figure out the nitty-gritty details of it and then produce a better quality.
Yes.
Piece of shit, probably.
Yeah.
But
we want our turd to be well polished. Thank you very much. Yes, exactly. I want to give you the Mitt Romney of game playthroughs.
We want to make video gaming great again. Don't come after me, Daddy Trump. Not with your small loan of $1 million.
We want our audio synced, and we want you to pay for it.
But yeah, so we're working on that. Once we got that all figured out, we'll go back to the usual where we'll post a lot of the videos you've been seeing. But until then,
Yeah.
you're going to hear our beautiful, wonderful voices.
Yeah.
And dad jokes.
Yes. Yeah.
Many,
There's
many dad jokes.
an extreme lack of those in Sonic Adventure, and what would have been a really good start to The Last of Us playthrough that we basically got one episode into.
Spoiler alerts. He doesn't say a dad for long.
Oh, oh,
No.
oh!
That was a rough scene.
I need to go buy some aloe on the way home because that burned.
Hang on, I think Joel's at my door.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Oh no.
Too many spoilers for one podcast episode.
Wait, how do you know? About what?
Of course I know.
No, about what?
It was all around. I'm not going to say it on the podcast and spoil it.
Oh, I think he knows. Do you know Howie? Howie Mandel?
The old guy. The one that's a comedian but somehow not funny.
He just has loads of money.
Yeah.
And a soul patch.
And for some reason is on America's Got Talent as a judge. I don't know.
Because he has no talent.
He can't judge a talent because he doesn't have any. Because normally it's like, oh, this guy sucks, and Howie's like, I love it. And then somebody's like, I don't know, Taylor Swift, and he's like, actually, I think your singing is subpar.
Why is he judging singing? Like, Simon is right down...
Yeah, I know, right? I know. It's ridiculous.
It's funny. Like, Simon says multiple times, like, this is not America's Idol. Like,
Simon says.
Simon says, this is not American Idol. Go back to it.
Simon says this is not American Idol. Just be aware that I might be switching into that voice multiple times this episode.
Into Daddy Trump.
Because I just really enjoy it for some reason.
Ooh, if you're Daddy Trump, can I be Biden?
Can we run an episode if you're forgetting stuff like constantly? I don't know.
Because if you're not voting for me, then you ain't black. Oh,
I forgot he said that. Why did he say that?
There's so many things. Don't question dementia, man.
Yeah, don't. Can we get that on a can that be a part of our first round of merch? Don't question dementia. Just on a t-shirt.
I've seen so many memes where like the White House is just like a retirement home now.
I mean, most of our presidents are like up there in age nowadays. It's
they really
crazy.
So the FBI has probably already screened this and probably canceled our show now.
Yep. Yeah.
But
the Illuminati and the lizard people are now going to be canceling the show, and you might not hear from us ever again. So in that event, Mark Zuckerberg is a robot. And
share all the secrets now.
Just all of the crazy.
They know the cure to cancer.
Conspiracy.
They know how to fuel cars without gas or electricity.
Yeah.
Taxes are fake. They're a subscription to live.
There's nano chips in the water.
The Campbell's chicken tomato soup. I'm having a stroke.
The government knows where you are because they implant chips in vaccines. Obviously not because you post everywhere that you are on social media on your phone.
We're holding our chips, looking at them every second. Even though they don't even carry SIM cards, just eSIM cards now.
Yeah. Thanks, iPhone.
Okay, I think we went on a tangent.
You think?
Let's break the ice with a dad joke.
Oh, so.
I saw a typo on a headstone the other day. It was a grave mistake.
Yeah, it was. No regrets.
Anyways, but yeah, so moving forward, we're going to be doing a little bit longer episodes. This one might be a little on the shorter end, just because we want to give you guys an update. Silence.
That's it for the episode.
Sorry,
kidding.
I'm trying not to burp into the mic. Yeah, you're just swallowing that shit.
Yeah.
That's provocative.
That's what she said. Oh, sorry. That's what she said.
Wow, you're so clever. You must be the Mount Cleverest. That's not the joke, but that's what I came out with. But alrighty, so we are gonna go ahead and switch gears here real quick to just talk about the news. So update of us and everyone else.
Insert future me. Insert like a really cool news break sound effect.
Breaking news.
Get the fish, yeah. Breaking news. I'm on TikTok and now I'm here for yous.
Which TikTok might get shut down.
Yeah,
did you hear about
I forgot about that. That is a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if like they. I mean, I'm sure the company wouldn't want to, obviously, because it's like a huge moneymaker and stuff. But like, they could easily and very easily
sell it
for
some money,
$1 bajillion.
A small loan of $1 bajillion.
a small loan of $1 bajillion.
But no, like I was reading up on it, and it's like a national security concern, and like I can kind of understand like the backing behind that. So
yeah,
I mean, and I don't really use TikTok. I used it for a little bit, and then I just didn't really click with me. Probably because I'm old, but yeah. So
aren't we all really just old people though?
You know that the number of old people never go up from when you're born. So the old people in our lives are running out. And we'll replace them. We are somebody else's old people.
Yeah, my son already probably looks at me and is like, look at that old fart.
I'm only 30.
Yeah, so I guess to get back on track.
Yeah. You're getting off track a lot.
Yeah, so one of the things that we would like to do here on the podcast from time to time is talk about some of the news that you will see in the gaming sphere, so to speak. Just talk a little bit about some of the interesting things that pop up in that sphere. So, first and foremost, there are two games in particular that I really, really like, and I've got a little bit of news on both of those.
When he says he likes them, he really, really likes them.
I'm actually going through and trying to 100% like unlock all the achievements for one of them currently right now, and I have 4 achievements left. I believe.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. That was the biggest, like, I look over and just, you have no, like, respect in your eyes. I can see.
I said the words.
You're telling me with your eyes, just, you are so lame.
It's okay, I 100%ed The Last of Us Part 1.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be just like when I 100%ed Alan Wake and and Alan Wake 2.
Oh god.
And then I'm probably going to do the Alan Wake remaster as well. But yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting I bring those up because the first piece of news actually is I was going to talk about Control, which is another IP from Remedy, the creators of Alan Wake, as well as the actual original creators of Max Payne. It's owned by Rockstar now, but Remedy were the ones that originally created it.
Oh, it's owned by Rockstar?
It is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because they helped with publishing rights for the first 2 on PC, I think. Mm-hmm. And then, I think they helped with PC on the first one. They helped with just publishing the second one completely. And then Remedy sold the rights to Rockstar. The third one was completely done by Rockstar. But Sam Lake from Remedy Entertainment is the creator of Max Payne.
Interesting.
Which is why in Max Payne 1, the face of Max Payne is Sam Lake. And also the voice of Max Payne in all 3 games is
Sam Lake.
It is not Sam Lake. And just some Finnish, like really soft Finnish. I don't know if you've heard. Yeah, you've heard his voice because you played Alan Wake 2. It's like a really like soft, like accented voice.
Oh, really?
It does not fit that character whatsoever.
Of a Finnish accent?
Yes, indeed. No, but yeah, he was voiced by James McCaffrey, who also voiced Director Trench in Control.
Ooh.
And Alex Casey in
Alan
Wake 2.
I thought I remembered their voices.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was like the big thing with Alex Casey in Alan Wake 2 is people were like, it's just Max Payne. Because, it was like once again, they were using Sam Lake as the model and then James McCaffrey's voice for the character.
Who Casey is Sam Lake?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess it isn't a lake; it's an ocean.
Yeah. If you remember the bits on like the talk show, he was actually an actor named Sam Lake. So he was an actor. He was acted playing an actor with his own name.
That's wonderful.
And yeah, I know it's a bunch of just really funny stuff. But yeah. Also, really quick. I mean, it's been a number of months, but James McCaffrey did pass away.
Oh.
And I think I would be a little bit remiss without saying, that there was a huge loss for obviously the people that knew him, for his family. Also kind of a little bit of a loss for us as like fans, especially of like his work, and that he will be missed by a lot of people, a lot of people. But getting back on track, that was a huge deviation. Maybe.
Oh crap! I'm out of tissues. Looks like you're just gonna have to suck it up.
I'm staring at tissues right now.
I think that's the last tissue, or it might be a dirty tissue I put back in there. I can't remember.
I blew my nose and then I put it back.
You know how you finish a box of tissues and you blow your nose and you don't want to put it into a pile of trash that's right next to it? So you put it back into the box and then put the box on top of that pile of trash you just didn't want to put it in there?
No.
Well.
Speaking of Remedy, which I've been talking about for like the past 5 minutes and haven't gotten around to what I was getting to. So hear about, I think maybe like a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, Remedy, as I mentioned, the developer behind Control, which was a very acclaimed, award-winning game from 2019. They originally... Control was the rights to Control were owned by 505 Games, which helped fund and publish Control for Remedy. As of now, Remedy has paid 505 Games in order to get those rights back. So now Remedy will actually have full control of Control and its some subsequent like IP stuff, which they are currently making a game. I don't remember
Control
they're making Control 2. There's another game. Yes.
Oh, nice.
It's like in proof of concept stage right now, I believe. There's another game that they're making, FBC Firebreak or something similar to that.
He plays like an FBC agent.
That's from what they made it sound like, is it's going to be like a co-op like experience, most likely like multiple people playing as like FBC agents, like completing like missions and tasks. It's kind of how they've pitched it, and so they're currently kind of working on that right now as well. Like, so all of those things are going to be now fully owned. Those rights are fully owned by Remedy, which is going to be really interesting and really awesome for them and for us as fans moving forward, with them having complete
Nice.
creative control over that, because in the past it hasn't quite been that way. Alan Wake 1 was originally the rights were owned by Microsoft,
Oh.
and which is why it was like Xbox exclusive for so long. I think the original still is technically.
The remake's better.
Unless you're on PC. But yeah, so it was originally supposed to be like open world, and then they had to like cut that down, and like there's a whole bunch of different stuff that
Oh, is that why they made
ended up-
Alan Wake 2 almost open world-esque?
yeah, like that was one of the things like Alan Wake 2 was they started to kind of branch out with that a little bit more, making it a little more open-ended
Which I
in terms of exploration and things like that.
don't get me wrong, I love that, but I just don't think it fit Alan Wake 2.
I mean, I thought it was still pretty linear, so
It gave me too much freedom in certain points where I was like, I don't know where I need to exactly go. And I wandered the lakeshore for a while before I realized, oh, I have to hop in my car.
oh, you mean at the part where it told
beginning!
you, yeah, the part towards like the beginning when it specifically tells you objective, go back to Bright Falls.
Yeah! I was like, how the fuck do I get to Bright Falls?
I think they say, I mean, okay, I will 100% agree with you. There are particular points where they don't really give you like a whole lot of like
Clues.
do this thing to go X or do Y. I think they did though say in like dialogue like, oh, I'm going to return to the car.
I didn't.
You follow us there or go adventure or whatever.
I ventured, and I ventured far, and then I died,
and then
and then it took me all the way back to where I started because I didn't save. And I was like, fuck this.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Shut up, Trump. Anyways, but yeah, that seems like really cool. It seems like it was just the remedy they needed.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are gonna hate me.
They now have control of their future.
It is indeed not a loop, but a spiral.
Yes.
Spoilers.
And I think, I think it was like 17 million euros. I think I don't know what
was it in euros?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're in Finland,
I use the American dollar, man.
That's so much better than everybody else's currency. I'm just kidding.
Actually, gold is.
Actually, I only use gold that I've specifically wiped my ass with.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah, so there's
but yeah, that's really cool. I'm excited to see what kind of games come out of Remedy now that they have, full rights of their own stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Which side tangent, the episode Bluey Stickbird?
Yes.
That was actually like the creator came out and said it was actually about him, about how he put stuff out there and then it's taken one way or another, and he really doesn't it's not really his anymore.
Yeah,
which I get that as like content creators to a certain degree.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're not famous, but
we're not famous yet.
Yeah, and we don't make any sort of like money or living or anything off of this. But
nope.
Yeah, it's still content creation. Yeah,
so.
And there's always that thing of you create something and then you release it and it's no longer yours, and then depending on the feedback you're either gonna sort of have like a positive or a negative reaction to letting it go, and which is very much like being a parent.
Yeah, 100%.
It just takes a lot longer to get to that point where you let it go. Which quite honestly probably makes that reaction a little bit worse. You spend 17, 18 years or whatever, trying to raise your child to be, a good, decent, hardworking human being, and then they're an asshole.
Hey, if you don't do it right, in my eyes, like, they'll still live with you after they turn 18 because they can't live in this economy. So you have extra time.
That's very true. That is very true.
Anyways, let's talk about the next part of news that we wanted to talk about. I kind of want to talk about the leaks, which none of this is like verified. So please take all of this with a very, very small grain of salt. That apparently some specs have been announced for the PS5 Pro.
Ooh.
So yeah, so I guess they're saying it's expected to release around the end of this year, end quarter of the fourth quarter of 2024. So around Christmas time.
Okay.
I solely think they're probably doing that just to try to keep up with Xbox. Because Xbox has already said they're working on their next one. That's going to be coming out soon.
Yeah, and we're going to get to that in just a minute because I'm going to talk about some of that as well.
But some of the specs that are on here is apparently a high CPU frequency mode, which gives it a 10% increase to 3.85 gigahertz. And then and the GPU, which enables faster rendering and higher quality ray tracing power by 33.5 teraflops. I don't know any of these like sayings or numbers. I'm just reading to you what's on IGN right now. And then it looks like the standard PS5 offers 10.28 teraflops. So it's definitely an increase. They're saying that the disk drive will also be like one of those where you can plug it in and add it on as a separate thing. So there's still that, which really we're going to digital anyways. And they're also saying that they're going to be attaching and also a 1 terabyte storage space on top of the actual storage space that's already there already. So I think they're already knowing that they're going to be like creating bigger games that require bigger space.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there's that. And again, none of this has been confirmed. But, I mean, I just anticipate consoles getting pricier, bigger, to the point where we're all basically just going to have a PC hooked up to our TVs that are going to be our giant ass monitors.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
PC is really taking over, I feel like.
Yeah. And I mean, consoles have kind of been in that space or like moving towards that space. The only difference really at this or not this point, but points past is that obviously like with a PC, people can make updates significantly faster.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a number of months and then boom, there's a new graphics card with like enhanced capabilities that gets released, and somebody can just buy that individually and update their computer tower and everything. And that's not quite the case with consoles. And back in the day when we were young children,
we didn't know any better.
With consoles, like the first Xbox came out in like 2002, maybe somewhere around there.
Yeah,
I think
just like last year, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That was 22 years ago, my friend.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy to think about. But then we didn't get the next Xbox, the Xbox 360, until like 2006. That 4-year gap is a pretty huge, significant gap. And there was a ton of updates and changes and pushes forward in technology during that time frame. Whereas like now we're kind of seeing with consoles, like they seem to be kind of almost pushed out a little bit faster.
I think it's because not a lot's changing.
Yeah,
like
we're slowing down in how much we're upgrading at this point, and a lot of the times we don't even really need a brand new console 4 or 5 years later, because the year or 2 years after the console comes out, we have the elite version or the pro version that's already somewhat upgraded with the newest stuff, but it's still able to do everything with the other one and all the old games and everything, and it's still just perfectly fine for it to be the same generation. And so it's like we kind of have that now, where it's almost like a few years where it's just the same console a couple of times before they even feel like they need to do a new one.
Mhm.
Because just there's smaller increments, like you said, of
Yeah.
things
Like,
upgrading. And
I remember the jump from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2.
oh my god,
Going from
yeah,
piece of shit polygraph, like, poly looking things or whatnot.
yeah.
I don't even know what to say. Porygons. Porygons, that's what I'm talking about. I'm kidding.
Final Fantasy VII, like the original one,
Yeah.
versus the first Kingdom Hearts. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, you can totally see a clear difference between those. And you're like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, this is so worth to get the PlayStation 2. Then the PlayStation 3 came out, had, Wi-Fi capabilities and internet access.
Yeah.
And that's where multiplayer really took off.
Mm-hmm.
And same kind of with like the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of unheard of, like just plugging your system into the internet. Like it did have the capabilities back in like the Xbox and PlayStation 2 era, but we always looked at that like plug in the back of it, like what the fuck is this for?
Yeah. And really Halo 2 was the only, at least that I can think of, was really the only like multiplayer game that people like actually did anything with.
Mm-hmm. So, and then I think after that, then we got the PlayStation 4, which really honed in, and like PlayStation 4 and like Xbox Ones.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, the Xbox Ones. And it just, I feel like it was really good. The graphics looked really nice. And then the next generation came out, and yes, they look nicer, they run faster, they load much faster. But beyond that, it's like it's not as exciting as it used to be.
Yeah. It's I think the way, having just recently, like within the past few months, switched from like Xbox One to Xbox Series, it's kind of like the graphical jump. I mean, like I said, when you were talking about like PlayStation to PlayStation 2 jump, like yeah, it went from like very cartoony, kind of crappy, in retrospect looking back, really crappy, like polygon.
Yeah.
Like the cloud was literally just a number of shapes put together, versus the huge jump to, well, now you have like an actual, like rounded out model that looks like, I mean, he had big feet, but like an actual person.
I mean, that's just him. He's got a lot of
Sora.
gout, okay?
Yeah. He's a big old clown swinging a key for a sword. But like you had a things with like Sora where it was like, oh my god, like this character model is insane, and look at these backgrounds, and like, oh my god,
Yeah.
That was a huge leap, because all of that technology was changing, and you have now where the technology is like kind of changing, but like we're already past that point of where, oh, our stuff looks hyper realistic. And we were already at that kind of with like PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and now this like recent jump was really just, well, let's refine that.
Yeah.
Like some of like the rough outer edges, like let's cut that around and make it like look better and like perfect. And I think Alan Wake 2 is kind of a really good example of, like, obviously you can tell the difference between the gameplay sections and like the live action sections, but because of how damn good all of that is, like
they're able to put like live like action.
Yeah, it's really in older games that have tried to do it, it's really noticeable, the difference, and it just looks out of place. It did not look out of place in Alan Wake 2.
Exactly.
Because of just how kind of seamless that jump between the two was, and it's, even previous generation, like they probably could have done something similar. And honestly, with Control, they kind of did. Like there was like a little bit of live actiony like shots and stuff. Like
kind of same.
All of the Hotline stuff, I think, was live action. They overlaid that on like the actual gameplay stuff, and it looked great. And that's really all they kind of can do now at this point. Is just
do live action. Like even in like the Call of Duty stuff, even though this new Call of Duty sucked really bad. But yeah, it's just like they have to pay actors to be their character models and act them out.
Yeah, I mean, when you have like Keanu Reeves and like Idris Elba in whatever that one game is that I'm not going to play.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
In Cyberpunk, I mean, a lot of
Don't
the
play it.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of the like characters in the Remedy games are like real people. They're actors and actresses that are, you know, real people. I mean, you see that a lot even in like other games, and the fact that for whatever reason there's a game coming out where Matthew McConaughey is going to be in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, like that's a thing that they're doing now. It's just, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, you know how disappointing movies are right now?
Yeah.
I feel like games are going to get to that point.
Perhaps,
And
yeah.
they're dumping so much money into these games just to sell them for like not that much money, and apparently they're not getting a lot of revenue back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I don't know. I think the gaming industry might be changing for the worst here soon.
Yeah. It's I think this is a point of conversation I think that I would like to have for like another episode just entirely.
Yeah, because we can go really deep into this.
Yeah, because there's definitely the kind of like with movies, it's like, well, here's the big AAA studios kind of vomiting out their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say there aren't good games that come out of that.
Yeah, some of them are really good.
You know, and because there's a lot of really good, gifted, talented people that work in the industry that work for those companies. But then you have like smaller indie companies, or I mean, even some companies that are a little bit on the bigger side that are just, they have these visionaries like at the head, right? You know, you've got your Kojimas and your Miyazakis and your Lakes, and just because the fact of the matter is that they have those people and they're willing to like vision out of sort of the mainstream. You know, we're vomiting out video games just because we can, like, you know, sort of thing. You get these really wonderful, beautiful like experiences out of it, you know, and like, and a lot of people end up not really, like, some people don't care for them. Like, I know there's a lot of people that, I don't want to play Death Stranding, it's walking simulator. It's like, honestly, it might be, you know, and like, I wouldn't blame you for saying that, but, you know, there's more to it than just, you know, like the gameplay that maybe you wanted or expected from it, like, kind of thing. And you know, and that's one of the directions I think there's going to be, that camp of games where it's almost like playable interactive media, whether it plays more like a movie or like a TV show, or I don't know, versus like balls to the wall, shoot stuff, mega killer Call of Duty.
Do you know that's how they advertise the, I think, which one was it? Was it the PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4? I can't remember which one. I think it was the PlayStation 3 when Uncharted 2 was a thing. That they advertised the PlayStation 3 as like a guy comes home from work and he sits down and plays his video game. And then the girl's like, oh, can we like watch that movie again? I want to know what happens next. And then he's like, oh yeah, we could totally watch that movie. And then he just ends up playing Uncharted 2. And then like, it's like, games are so good you can't tell whether it's a game or a movie.
For real?
Yeah. There's a commercial out there like that.
Wow.
Somewhere. I remember it vividly.
That's so funny.
And then looking back on Uncharted 2 graphics, I was like, yeah, they're good, but you can totally see that.
You can tell, yeah.
You can tell.
I was like, nowadays, maybe.
Yeah, nowadays,
like our modern
that
stuff,
might be
like,
plausible.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty funny. But yeah, so,
Wow.
I mean, with the console stuff, I mean, hasn't there been some stuff with Xbox too?
Yes. So a few weeks ago, some rumors. The rumor come out.
The rumor come out.
The rumor it come out. There was a bunch of rumors circulating around about Xbox and a couple different things. Kind of the two really big important ones were, first and foremost, that people were talking about how a lot of Xbox exclusives were going to no longer become exclusives.
Oh,
basically, basically, they were just saying that Xbox was no longer going to have any bit of exclusivity. They were going to start just releasing all of their games on everything. And in conjunction with that, the reason why was because, again, as a rumor, people were saying that's because Xbox or Microsoft is going to be pulling out of the console creation game completely. They basically said, Xbox is just going to pull a Sega, and they're going to no longer make any consoles, and they're just going to focus on making games, and they're just going to make those games on everybody else's consoles.
Who else? It's just PlayStations.
Well, I guess you're getting a bone there, Nintendo. But obviously, so many of these rumors were circulating around, and for whatever reason, people were taking it at face value. Which, when it comes to stuff like that, as Matthew said earlier, take it with a huge pinch of salt. Just grab your salt shaker and just go, just start throwing it everywhere, because
that's bad luck.
Yeah. I'd rather go with the bad luck than be an idiot. I'm just kidding. But rumors are just rumors until they're confirmed true. Sometimes, like, you can, like with Magic the Gathering, like spoilers and stuff. A lot of times, like, those end up being true because, like, it's a lot easier to kind of gauge that, right? If you see like a blurry image of a card or something that came from somebody pulling something early or whatever, like you can usually put a little bit more stock into that. With something like, oh, well, I heard from somebody that heard from a possibly reliable source that might know somebody in Xbox that they're doing. Don't really believe those like off the bat, and just wait to hear stuff. Especially because like this was like a case where there was so much of that going on that the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, had to say, you know what? At the next Xbox podcast episode, I'm going to talk about a bunch of stuff because like there's a lot of stuff flowing around about this that's not true. So I actually listened to that episode when it went live because I wanted to know exactly what was going on, because I was like, I don't believe any of these rumors or anything. I want to listen and see basically why everybody was wrong. So basically, on the first point, they're not making all of their, because the big thing was people were saying, well, oh, now Halo is going to be playable on PlayStation and like on Switch and like stuff like that.
I can't imagine on Switch.
Yeah, no.
Can I get Halo is that even like the newest one? It's not. It's like Halo 5, isn't it?
No, it's Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite's the latest one?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. See, I'm in the know.
Yeah. And yeah, so obviously that was entirely wrong. And Phil Spencer said as much, and said that there were 4 games in particular that they were wanting to basically move from exclusivity to other consoles. And he gave a number of reasons for like the different games, ranging from like, it was like a small studio that made it, that they kind of are maxing out on how many people it's reaching on Xbox, and they want the studio to be able to reach more people. So they want to release it on more systems, so it gets that exposure, things like that. And I think at that point in time, they didn't mention what games they were, because they wanted the companies themselves to kind of be able to like talk about that. I think by now we actually have those 4 games, which are Grounded, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, and Sea of Thieves.
I did see Sea of Thieves.
Yes,
the other day on PlayStation.
Yeah, and so I think 2 of them, they've already made the jump to like other consoles, and some of the other ones are going to be coming at like a later point and things like that. Because like Hi-Fi Rush hit PlayStation 5 at the beginning of this month. Sea of Thieves is going to be coming at the end of April, so on and so forth. In addition to that, he obviously talked about, the console thing, because Microsoft has kind of shifted focus in the past few years from, we want our console to be the best, to like, they want to have the best sort of like, they basically want like their whole service to be like this great cohesive thing, right?
Where you can like play anywhere.
Yeah, you can literally play anywhere on anything. You don't have to be a console player. You can be a PC player, and you can have access to Xbox.
Yeah, which I played even on my TV.
Yeah, you have access to it on your TV. Earlier today, I have a Backbone One like controller that you can put your phone into, like connects to your phone, and you can basically play your phone like a Switch. And so I can actually play my Xbox Game Pass stuff or even just remote play from my Xbox onto my phone, which is dope.
Yeah.
I don't need to be in my room where my Xbox is to play my Xbox. It's cool.
Which PlayStation does have where you can play from the console itself, but they don't have all the other stuff.
Yeah. And
which I also heard rumors about something else, but we'll talk about that in a second.
yeah. But in order, or when he was kind of talking about that, he did kind of put a little bit out into the air about the fact that Xbox is actually currently working on their next console, which to me, who just got an Xbox Series, was a little disheartening that it might be coming out in the next year or two, because I just got my Xbox Series. But yeah,
I think I know what it's going to be called.
The Xbox franchise. I'm just kidding.
The Xbox Series Y or Z.
I don't know why I feel like it's going to be like the Xbox Legacy X or something.
It's going to be something that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Or we're finally going to get the Xbox 720.
Yeah.
We're finally
after all this time. But yeah, the thing with that is like, and he kind of alluded to the fact that this is going to be like the most powerful console, or at least like this generation, because obviously PlayStation is going to want to keep up, that this is probably going to be like the most powerful systems you're ever going to, or like you're going to see. It's going to be apparently such a huge leap, which I can't necessarily comprehend in my little brain.
Same.
But with what we were just talking about, especially, I don't know. But yeah, so there is going to be a new Xbox console coming. They're not pulling a Sega. They're not throwing Halo onto PlayStation or anything like that.
Damn it.
So yeah, I know.
Which I replayed Halo, and you're gonna hate me for this, but it's not what I remember.
Which one did you replay?
Reach.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, Reach is good. It doesn't quite have that like same Halo-y like feeling that like the first couple of the Bungie Halos.
Yeah, because I tried running around being a badass and I got murdered instantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, the last thing that I kind of wanted to talk about with like the rumor mill and all that, and taking the grains of salt, you're gonna get a lot of salt from us today. Yeah, a little salty. Well, I'm not even sure if this even is a rumor. I think they even confirmed this too. I could look this up. I'll probably look it up later. But that PlayStation is actually working on a real PlayStation Portable, which is different than the PlayStation Portal that they have now. Because did you hear about that?
No, because all I know about is I think it's released at this point, right? The whatever it's called, where they like saw the controller in half and stuck a screen in the middle.
Yeah.
But it's only, at least as I understand it, it's only for like remote play, like near your system, right?
And if you're connected to Wi-Fi.
Would it need to be the same Wi-Fi?
No, like you can go like anywhere with it as long as there's a Wi-Fi connection.
Oh.
And then play it. So they're trying to go to that same route, but a lot of people hated streaming games onto that thing because it was terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I didn't buy it. But apparently they're working on a true PlayStation Portable, like how they used to have them.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what they come out with, what the idea about it will be. Will it be its own like little system like the PSP used to be? Or will it be something that can play PlayStation 5 games and have a giant disc drive on the back of it? Or something of that nature. Like, again, like you said, my little tiny brain can't comprehend these big things. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what PlayStation comes out with. If you don't already know, PlayStation's way better. Just switch. Okay. Real talk. If you play Xbox, get out of your mom's basement. The guy next to me plays Xbox.
I do. And you know what? Okay, so we kind of joke around with how much PlayStation sucks. And the fact of the matter is like the console war thing is like it's really dumb. Because
it is. Because they're about the same.
Yeah. Like I think I saw a thing like that had mentioned how just dumb it is, because if you really look at like the number of households, I think it was like a poll or something. If you looked at that poll, the number of households versus like how many had like a single like system was like that number was almost non-existent. Most of them were like multi-platform, like multi-system homes. Whether they had like a PlayStation and a Nintendo console, or maybe they had all three, or
That's me.
whatever.
I have a PlayStation and Nintendo console.
Yeah. And you have multiple Nintendo consoles.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You have 2 different Wiis. You technically, do you still have that GameCube? Technically,
yeah, the one that looks like it's been in a fire but hasn't really been in a fire.
Yeah.
So I got a GameCube, Wii U,
Switch.
2 Switches.
Oh, 2 Switches.
Yeah, one for me and one for my wife.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Which she doesn't play hers. It just literally collects dust. I hope she hears this.
It's like, you know what? You want dinner tomorrow night? Sell your Switch.
No, she really needs to play it. But yeah. But anyways, yeah. So
yeah, but
the console wars, like you're saying, it seems almost pointless at this time. And
yeah,
I think PlayStation keeps egging it on, and Xbox is like, dude, we're done. And PlayStation's like, no, the PlayStation 5 Pro! Even though they said that they wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
They're like, don't worry, guys, we're not going to do that. We're not going to make a PlayStation 5 Pro. Just keep buying our PlayStations. And then this leak comes out like, we're making Pros. And they said they weren't going to make a slim version. They made a slim version. So,
of course, yeah.
I can't trust them.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to buy whatever comes out.
And yeah, like I obviously, like, the guy's not perfect. I wouldn't say like, Xbox is like the most amazing since Phil Spencer took took the lead or anything like that. Obviously, glare at you. I'm not going to say anything like that. I don't think Xbox is perfect. I don't think anybody, like, any console thing is perfect. But like he mentioned, like, at one point, kind of a few years ago, something to the effect that there's no. I think somebody maybe had asked him a question in like an interview about like the console wars or something, and he was like, "That like doesn't exist."
Mm-hmm.
Like, the fact of the matter is that, like, people, there's 2 reasons they're going to go with like a particular console. It's either going to be because they're already like accustomed to it in some way, shape, or form, or there's just stuff is going to be on it that they want, right? And he was kind of saying, like, well, nowadays you kind of go towards like whatever console because that's kind of where your stake is, right? So like, for me personally,
I prefer chicken.
Whereas I have the nice steak. I go with Xbox because I've had Xbox since Xbox 360, and with like the way that they've done like backwards compatibility and like all this other stuff, like almost my entire library is still playable on the Xbox Series X. Even like, not even just like, oh, well, they like re-released them or like whatever. I can use my old 360 discs. Like, I did that with Max Payne 3 recently.
Which I think is really cool.
Yeah, which is awesome. Like, it kind of makes me feel a little bit more valued. Obviously, it's a large company. They don't really value us individually. Unless it's a big dollar signs. But, I feel a little bit more valued by the fact that, like, they were willing to go the extra mile to make sure that, like, my stake with them is, like, there still, right?
It's still medium well.
Yeah. It's still a medium well.
Or medium rare, however you like it.
Delicious, juicy steak. That... And I have that confidence that like they're going to keep doing that in the future, and just the capability of like I said, being able to like toss my phone into my backbone and like that sounds weird.
You might want to go see a chiropractor.
Yeah, no wonder my back feels so terrible all the time. Being able to toss it, like play like through a controller, like in my living room when I don't have access to being able to sit in my room and play, and things like that is awesome. And the fact that they are enabling like the Xbox players to be able to do that, cross play between Xbox and PC, and in some instances PlayStation with some games. Like, it's awesome and it's so cool, and like, and more of that is, I think, kind of starting to happen, and I kind of hope continues to happen, where it's not just Destiny or just Call of Duty that like we get backwards, or not backwards compatibility, that we get like crossplay with.
Which I think crossplay was like a huge jump forward as well.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the exclusivity of like a lot of the games on PlayStation, there's definitely that.
Mm-hmm.
There's like only been 2 instances with 2 game franchises that I've been like, oh my gosh, like I so wish I could play that, but I don't have an Xbox, and it almost made me buy an Xbox. But then I remember my Red Ring of Death from 360, and I could never go back. I've been scarred, but
they have gotten better at that since.
That's what I've heard. Yeah. But it was Starfield and Halos.
Bullet dodge on Starfield, right?
What do you mean?
It got like really horrible reviews.
Did it?
Yeah.
I just keep seeing all the videos, and I was like, wow, it looks so cool. And look how many potatoes you can shove into a single room and have like each individual potato have its own like thing, I
will say, it was really funny. I heard like a bunch of things saying like, so at the Video Game Awards this past year, it got 1 nomination for something, and it lost. And a lot of people were like, yeah, you see how they put that nomination on there as if it deserved it. Like, stop kidding with us, man. Video Game Awards. But yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of exclusive games that I love on PlayStation that I just don't think I could ever not own a PlayStation.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, there are a lot. Like, I have debated buying a PlayStation in addition to like what I have specifically for.
Come to the dark side.
Do it.
Unlimited power.
There are like a few, like the Uncharted franchise, the 2 newer God of Wars,
The Last of Us,
freaking fucking Final Fantasy VII remake.
And Rebirth. Rebirth is so good.
But I can play the remake for Crisis Core.
Nobody wants to play that.
I mean, I probably still would. But
I mean, yeah, it's still a good game, don't get me wrong. I love Zack as a character.
But it's not the 7 remake.
Just do it.
Yeah, I know.
Just do it. Get the Slim. You'll be fine.
Yeah. It's... Who knows? Maybe
with your Xbox,
with the return, maybe it'll be either that or a Steam Deck. I don't know. I really want to get a Steam Deck though. But
I thought about it.
Yeah,
I thought about it.
I do have like a decent library on Steam, and I don't really get to play them like.
I've never played Steam once.
Much. Dude.
Should
they have sales so often that
do they?
I actually have. So I've bought the original Alan Wake. I think. If you count the remaster, I've bought it 3 times. Because I have it on PC through Steam also. Because I got it for like $5, I think, or something like that. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I might have to try out Steam.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Anywho, I think that kind of wraps it up for a lot of the news portion.
Yeah.
And our kind of our like bullshitting as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Dang it. I keep cussing, and we just talked about how we're probably not going to cuss as much on the channel.
I mean, we can probably on the podcast, so it's fine.
Should I just say fuck that?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Cancelled. We just got canceled.
Don't fuckle with Shuckle.
By the way, closing comments. Did you see the little Pokemon episode where this kid is drinking out of his shuckle?
What?
Yeah. I didn't see anything else before or after it, so I can't give you any context. But this kid is literally holding a shuckle in his arms, grabs a straw out of the kitchen, and then just sticks it in the top of his shuckle, and just goes...
Was this
And then his shuckle is like...
This is like an actual thing?
Yeah, in the new anime without Ash.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Oy.
So, do you sucka your shuckle?
Do you suckle your shuckle?
Oh, God. All right. Well, with that, I think I'm thoroughly tired.
Yes.
And
I'm gamer.
And I'm gamer.
And your Dadcast.
Nope. No Dadcast.
Nope, doesn't exist anymore.
It exists in our hearts.
Sorry, OGs.
Our hard hearts.
Our heart. No, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dick feels funny and my heart is hard.
Yeah, that's right. Heart is hard.
Yep. Good old days.
Good old days. Man,
Anyways.
That's the first time people are hearing that phrase in this clear audio quality.
Right. They'd have to go back and hear it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, thank you guys for listening. Tune in for the next time. And as always, stay tired.
Stay tired, dudes and dudettes. Woo!